Hello everyone, today we are discussing equipment configuration and equipment categories in the Trenton Refrigeration Load Calculator tool located in the Trenton Refrigeration Design Tools package, which can be downloaded from the Trenton Refrigeration website. In this tutorial, we're using a larger box to illustrate the concept of selecting multiple condensing units and evaporators for one load. In this example, we're using a 20 by 20 by 10 box cooler application at a 35-degree box temperature. So the reasons for doing this is twofold. You may have a large enough load that one condensing unit paired up with two or more evaporators can't control it, or you may have an end user that prefers to have the load split into two condensing units with corresponding evaporators so that if one system goes offline, the other one can at least control a portion of the load with minimal box usage while the other system is being brought back online. So with that, let's just get started and go to the load calculator. This page at this point should look familiar to you. We're simply going to click on Select Equipment, and we'll go to the scroll option. Now, actually, before we go to the scroll option, note that quantities here show quantity 1. That means it's going to select one condensing unit and one evaporator to match this load. Now, for the purposes that we just discussed, we're going to change this quantity to a 2, meaning that it will choose a condensing unit based on its capacity times 2 to meet the capacity required for the load here. On the right hand side, you'll see a notation here, quantity per condensing unit, meaning that that number is a 1, meaning that there will be one evaporator per each condensing unit. So with that, let's click on a scroll. Outdoor, we'll go with the 1 horsepower 208 3-phase, and you'll notice two of these units will provide a capacity of roughly 23,736 BTUs per hour. Let's click a corresponding low-profile evaporator. We'll call it air defrost, EC motor. And let's start with the 211 and see where that gets us. Okay, so the 211 quantity 2 gives us a total system capacity of 23,484. It's a little bit stronger than what we would normally like to pick, but it'll still, for the purposes of this example, show that this software will allow you to split out systems in quantities, and those quantities can range as high as they need to, along with the corresponding evaporator count. Now the next thing we need to talk about is product category. If you'll look in the upper left-hand corner, you'll notice equipment type. So thus far in all the examples in these tutorials, we've been using air-cooled condensing units along with evaporators. If I click this down arrow, you'll notice there's going to be 4 families: air-cooled condensing unit, water-cooled condensing unit, compressor, and compressor with condenser. Now, we're going to discuss how to size these systems in later tutorials, but just as an FYI, I thought it would be important for you to see that there are multiple families of products that we can choose from. And just as some insight, I'll click on a water-cooled condensing unit at this point, and you'll notice it gives us 4 families: water-cooled coax hermetic, water-cooled coax scroll, water-cooled coax semi-hermetic, and water-cooled semi-hermetic. And again, we'll discuss how to pair these up and how to apply them in later tutorials. I hope this helps, and please contact your local Trenton Refrigeration sales engineer if you have any questions. Thank you and have a great day.